Bin Laden's death raises a lot of questions. Are we more safe or less safe now? My guess is that we are less safe temporarily, but if we do the right things, more safe. Michael Scheuer is the former head of the CIA's Bin Laden unit, also the author of Osama bin Laden. Let me just explain something about Michael before I bring him on. I've known Michael. Michael, how long have we known each other? Maybe
5-6 years.
5-6 years, yeah. And Michael and I disagree on some things here and there, but he is, you'll notice that I have very few guests on this show, and that's, pardon my language, just because most people speak bull crap, and they don't tell you what they really think. He does. Agree or disagree. If you're in a firefight, you want somebody to tell you the truth. So here we are in a firefight, Michael. First of all, you watched the show or saw a few minutes of it here as you were waiting. How much is bull crap here? Am I on the right track, or am I going on in the wrong direction?
Well, I think certainly we underestimate, Glenn, the dismay with the United States around the world, especially in the Muslim world. We heard the president on Sunday repeat again and again, as did President Bush, as did President Clinton, that we're not at war with Islam. Well, that's fine, but increasing numbers of Muslims across the Islamic world are at war with us and with our allies.
Okay.
And it's a very broad war, and one that we're going to have to fight for a very long time.
It doesn't seem to me, though, that, I mean, you know and I know, Michael, we can't fight this war for a very long time. How much is this war costing us? And look at our debt. What is happening to us is exactly what Osama bin Laden said he would do to us. I believe back in 1999, he said he would do to us what he did to the former Soviet Union, which is basically bleed us to death. And that's the road that we're headed down. If we don't have a competing idea, one that unites the world, because that's what he is. He had an idea that is uniting the Middle East, and now the Muslim Brotherhood have a similar one, and it's Sharia law. Correct or wrong?
Well, there's certainly a similarity between Osama bin Laden and the Muslim Brotherhood, and it is Islamic government, Glenn. That's exactly right. The Brotherhood is much more sophisticated in organization, in fact has a political organization of its own, but its goal in many ways is much more imperialistic, much more global than Osama bin Laden's. Bin Laden was a defensive jihadist, if you will, wanting to reclaim some territory that was lost by Islam. But if you read the Brotherhood's material rather than what they tell CNN, the Brotherhood is very much an imperialist organization like the Saudis, who want to install an Islamic government in every country of the world, which would mean conversion for
death.
Jews or Christians,
right.
Or it would mean death,
okay.
Or it would mean a special tax.
Hold on just a second. Back in a minute. Michael Scheuer, he is the former head of the CIA's Bin Laden unit. And Michael, I wanted to ask you two questions. We only have 90 seconds, so the first one is yes or no. Shouldn't this debate about the photos of whether we should release the death photos of Osama bin Laden have been done long ago, before the trip was even made?
Yeah, I think this is a botched thing, Glenn.
Okay.
They should have decided before they went how they were going to identify the body to the American people.
Okay, so the second thing is the destabilization of Pakistan, intentional or unintentional. What does this mean to the war on terror, if you will?
Well, certainly we're tearing Pakistan apart by what we have asked it to do and what it has done. But perhaps the most dangerous thing was the State Department's insistence that Mrs. Bhutto go back and democracy be restored. At least Musharraf was helping us. Since that election, the president of Pakistan is one of the most corrupt people on earth, and the country as a whole is really falling apart. It seems to me, at least, that our best bet is if the military at some point in the near future takes over.
Wow. Thank you. Michael, appreciate it.